Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Jane and Alex podcast. I am Jane, and I am so happy to be here with you today.
And I'm Alex. It's great to be back behind the microphone. How are you doing today, Jane? You look a little thoughtful.
Oh, Alex, you know me too well. I am doing okay, but honestly, I am feeling a little bit tired. It has been a very busy month at my job. I was actually just sitting here thinking, I really need a holiday.
I think we all feel that way sometimes. The modern workplace can be very demanding. Have you thought about taking some time off?
Yes, I have, but that is actually the problem. I get so nervous when I have to ask my boss for time off. I never know the right words to use. Should I be formal? Should I be casual? What if they say no?
That is a very common fear, Jane. A lot of English learners and even native speakers get anxious about asking for leave. It feels like you are asking for a huge favor, even though it is usually your right as an employee.
Exactly. It feels like I'm doing something wrong. So I thought, why don't we talk about this today? I bet our listeners have the same problem.
That is a fantastic idea. So today's topic is asking for leave from work. We are going to cover everything from planning a vacation to calling in sick and how to handle family emergencies. We will look at the vocabulary, the grammar, and the polite phrases you need to sound professional.
Oh, this is going to be so helpful. I have my notebook ready. Where should we start, Alex?
Let's start with the basics, the vocabulary. You used the phrase time off earlier. That is a great phrasal verb, to take time off.
Yes, I want to take time off. Is that the same as leave?
Very similar. Time off is a bit more general and conversational. Leave is the more formal administrative word. You will often hear terms like annual leave, sick leave, or maternity leave.
Okay, so if I am talking to my friend, I might say, I'm taking time off next week. But if I write an email to HR or my boss, I might write, request for annual leave.
Spot on, Jane. That is exactly right. Context is key. Now, let's imagine scenario number 1. You want to plan a vacation. This is something you know about in advance. You aren't sick. You just want to go to the beach.
Oh, the beach sounds nice right now. Okay, so I want to go to the beach in 2 months. How do I ask?
Since it is in the future, you want to be polite but also clear. You are giving them notice. A great phrase to start with is, I would like to request.
I would like to request annual leave from, and then the dates?
Yes. For example, I would like to request annual leave from October 1st to October 15th.
That sounds very direct. Is it too direct?
Not for a formal email or a form you have to fill out. But if you are speaking to your boss face-to-face, you might want to soften it a little bit. You could use a phrase like, I was wondering if.
Ah, the magic phrase, I was wondering if. I love that one. It sounds so gentle.
It is. It's a very common way to make a polite request in English. I was wondering if it would be possible to take some time off in October.
I was wondering if it would be possible. That is a lot of words. Let me try. Alex, I was wondering if it would be possible to take next Friday off?
Perfect. That sounds very professional. It shows you are respecting my authority as the boss, but you are still asking for what you want.
What about checking if the dates are okay? Sometimes I am worried that it's a busy time for the company.
That is a very professional mindset, Jane. If you want to show that you are considerate, you can say, I wanted to check if these dates work for the team. Or, is this a convenient time for me to take leave?
I like that. Is this a convenient time? It shows I care about the work, not just my holiday.
Exactly. Bosses love that. It makes them much more likely to say yes. Now, let's talk about the preposition we use with dates. You said from October 1st to October 15th. That is correct. You can also say between.
I want to take leave between October 1st and October 15th?
Yes. Or if it is just a few days, you might say, I need to take the 12th and 13th off.
Take off. There's that phrasal verb again. We use that a lot, don't we?
We do. I'm taking Friday off. Can I take the morning off? It's very common. Now, Jane, what happens if you haven't planned it? What if you wake up this morning, your head hurts, your throat is sore, and you can't get out of bed?
Ugh, the worst feeling. Calling in sick. I hate doing this. I always feel like they won't believe me.
I think many people feel that guilt, but if you are sick, you are sick. The most important thing here is communication. In English, we call this calling in sick.
Even if I send a text message, is it still calling in sick?
Yes, strangely enough, we still use the idiom calling in sick, even if you email or text. Though technically you could say, I messaged in sick, but that sounds weird. Just stick to calling in sick.
Okay, so what do I say? Do I need to tell them exactly what is wrong? Hi, boss, my stomach hurts and I am vomiting. Too much information?
Definitely too much information. TMI. In English-speaking work cultures, usually you do not need to give graphic details. It is enough to say you are not feeling well.
That is a relief, so simple is better.
Yes, a standard phrase is, I'm not feeling well today, so I won't be able to come in.
I won't be able to come in. That is a good phrase. It is definitive.
Right, or simply, I'm taking a sick day today.
What if I think I will be sick for more than one day, like if I have the flu?
Then you should manage expectations. You can say, I picked up a bug and I'm feeling really unwell. I'll likely need to take today and tomorrow off to recover.
Picked up a bug. That means caught a virus, right?
Yes, it's a casual way to say you caught a minor illness. I picked up a stomach bug, or I have a bit of a bug.
Okay, what if I need to go to the doctor?
You can just say that. I have a doctor's appointment this morning, so I will be in late. Or I need to leave early for a medical appointment.
I notice you didn't say what the appointment is for, just medical appointment.
Exactly. It keeps it professional and private. You have a right to privacy.
That is good to know. I used to explain everything. Oh, I have to go to the dentist because my tooth hurts when I drink cold water, and my boss would just look at me like, okay, Jane, just go.
Yes, less is more. Now, let's look at a third scenario. This is a tricky one. Personal emergencies or family issues. This isn't a vacation and you aren't sick, but you cannot work.
Like if a family member is ill, or maybe a car breakdown?
Exactly. Let's say your car breaks down. You are going to be late or maybe miss the whole day. You need to let them know immediately.
So I would call and say, my car broke down?
Yes, but add the impact on work. My car broke down, so I'm going to be late. I hope to be there by 10 a.m.
What about something more serious, like a family emergency?
In that case, you use the phrase family emergency. It is a very useful phrase because it signals to your boss that it is serious, private, and you cannot work. You don't need to explain the details.
So I can just say, I have a family emergency?
Yes, I'm afraid I have a family emergency and I need to take the day off immediately.
I'm afraid. We use that to soften bad news, right? I am not actually scared.
Correct. It means I am sorry to tell you. I'm afraid I won't be in today. It's polite.
Okay, so we have vacation, sick days, and emergencies. What about the grammar of asking? We talked about could I and would it be possible? Are there other structures?
Yes. Let's look at the phrase, is it okay if? This is slightly more casual, good for a manager you have a good relationship with. Is it okay if I leave an hour early today?
Is it okay if? That is easy to remember. What about do you mind if?
Good question. Do you mind if is tricky because of how we answer it. If I say, Jane, do you mind if I open the window? And you are happy for me to open it, what do you say?
I say no.
Correct. You say, no, I don't mind. But many learners say yes, thinking yes, open it. But yes means yes, I mind, so don't do it.
Oh, that is so confusing. So if I ask my boss, do you mind if I take Friday off? And he says no, that is good news?
Yes. No, go ahead means you can take the day off. Because of this confusion, I often suggest learners stick to, is it okay if, or would it be possible to avoid the yes-no confusion.
That is very smart advice. Stick to the positive questions. Is it okay? Yes. Simple.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about compassionate leave or bereavement leave. This is sad but necessary vocabulary. This is when someone close to passes away.
Oh, that is important. What do we say then?
You would usually contact HR or your manager and say, there has been a death in the family and I need to request bereavement leave.
Bereavement. Bereavement. That is a formal word.
It is. It refers specifically to the time off granted for a death in the family. Most companies have a specific policy for this.
Okay, let's lighten the mood of it. Back to vacations. I have a question about covering my work. If I go away for 2 weeks, my work doesn't just stop. Do I need to mention that when I ask for leave?
That is the mark of a great employee, Jane. Yes, if you can present a plan for your absence, your boss is much more likely to agree. You can say, I've prepared a handover note, or Sarah has agreed to cover my shift.
To cover someone. That means to do their work while they are away?
Yes. Can you cover for me? Or who is covering your accounts while you are away?
That is a great phrase. So a full request might look like this. Alex, I was wondering if I could take next week off. I have already asked Sarah to cover my urgent tasks, so everything should be fine.
Jane, if you asked me that, I would say yes immediately. It shows responsibility.
Hooray! I am getting better at this.
You certainly are. Now, I want to share a little tip about when to ask. Timing is everything.
Oh? You mean don't ask when the boss is angry?
Haha, exactly. Don't ask for a holiday right after a big problem has occurred. Also, try to ask as far in advance as possible. We call this giving notice.
Giving notice. How much notice should I give?
The general rule of thumb is the longer the holiday, the more notice you need. For one day off, maybe a few days' notice. For a 2-week vacation, you should probably ask a month or two in advance.
Rule of thumb. I love that idiom. It means a general guideline, right?
Yes, a practical rule that works in most cases. So the rule of thumb is be considerate.
Alex, what if they say no? I am terrified of rejection.
It happens. Sometimes the business is just too busy. If your boss says, I am afraid I can't approve that right now, it's important to react professionally.
I shouldn't cry?
Try not to. You can say, I understand. When would be a better time for me to take leave?
That is very mature. When would be a better time? It shows I still need the break, but I am willing to be flexible.
Flexibility is a great quality. Also, sometimes you can negotiate. If I can't take the whole week, could I perhaps take Thursday and Friday?
Negotiation. I like it.
Let's do a little role play, Jane. I want you to be the employee and I will be the boss. You want to ask for next Monday off because, let's say your sister is visiting.
Okay. Clear as throat. Excuse me, Alex, do you have a minute?
Sure, Jane. What's up?
Well, I was wondering if it would be possible to take next Monday off. My sister is visiting from out of town, and I haven't seen her in a year.
Oh, that sounds lovely. But next Monday is the deadline for the marketing project. We really need you here.
Oh, right. I forgot about the deadline. Okay. What if I finish my part of the marketing project by this Friday? Would it be okay to take Monday off then?
If you can guarantee the report is on my desk by Friday at 5 p.m., then yes, you can take Monday off.
Really? Thank you. I will work extra hard to get it done.
Scene. Great job, Jane. You handled the objection perfectly. You offered a solution.
It felt scary, but offering to finish the work early made sense.
Exactly. You traded your productivity for your time off. It's a win-win.
Win-win. Another great business English phrase. Everyone is happy.
Now, let's talk about the out-of-office reply. Once your leave is approved, you usually have to set up an automatic email response. We call this the OOO, or out of office.
What should I write in that?
Keep it short. Thank you for your email. I am currently out of the office with no access to email. I will be returning on date. For urgent matters, please contact colleague's name.
No access to email. That is a lie. I have my phone. I always have access.
True, but it sets a boundary. It tells people, I am not working. Don't expect a reply. It is very healthy to disconnect.
I agree. It is hard to relax if you are checking emails at the beach.
One more specific vocabulary word before we wrap up. Unpaid leave. Sometimes you have used all your vacation days, but you still need time off. You can request unpaid leave.
That means I can take the time off, but I don't get my salary for those days?
Correct. Not all companies allow this, but it is an option in some places. You might say, I have used my annual leave, but would you be open to me taking a week of unpaid leave?
Would you be open to? That is another nice, soft way to ask.
Yes, it tests the water without being too demanding.
We have covered so much today. I feel much more confident now. I think I am ready to ask for that holiday.
I think you are too. Just remember the key structures. I would like to request, I was wondering if, and is it okay if? Be polite, give notice, and offer solutions.
And don't give too many details about my stomach bugs.
Please, never that.
Well, this has been great. I hope our listeners found this helpful. Whether you are working in an English-speaking country or just using English with international clients, these phrases are essential.
Absolutely. Being able to navigate these administrative conversations smoothly really helps you integrate into a workplace. It shows you are professional and culturally aware.
So listeners, we have a challenge for you today. We want you to practice writing a leave request in the comments below.
Yes, imagine you want to take a week off for a dream vacation. Write a polite request to your boss in the comments. Jane and I will read them and correct any mistakes.
I can't wait to see where everyone wants to go on vacation. I might steal some ideas.
Me too. Well, that is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to like this video if you learned something new, and subscribe to the Jane and Alex podcast for more daily English practice. We have some great topics coming up next week.
Indeed, we do. Have a productive week at work, and don't be afraid to ask for that time off. You deserve it. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.